Okay, we are taking another crack at this. Beginning chapter 2. We had that, conversation with the Mystic Detective last time, and, now we're in a dream. Huh? Where is this?
Oh, can you click back in?
Oh, sure. Actually, let me minimize this so I don't have to think about that. Okay. I realize I'm in a world of pure white. It leaves me in a daze for a moment. The bizarreness of it all gradually keeps me in. I'm in a dream.
Well, Watto, this time you figured out that you're dreaming from the outset.
Holmes is suddenly right behind me. The abruptness strikes me as fitting for a dream. Sensing I've accepted the situation, Holmes keeps talking as she walks around the area.
The question is, has your discussion with Mystic Detective led you to ascertain the nature of your newly awakened denouement?
She's referring to what happened before I fell asleep. I rack my brain trying to recollect my conversation with Mystic. It starts coming back to me in bits and pieces. Well, strictly speaking, the denouement isn't a power that predicts the future, but one that allows you to see through everything. Mystic believes it stems from visual feedback.
Right on the mark. They say the human brain records everything that it sees, but simply isn't able to recall it all to mind. Even within our group, we have Bookworm, with the incredible ability to remember all she's seen. Our visual recollection is far greater than we realize.
That flawless recollection of everything she's ever seen is the cause of Bookworm's suffering. Now I realize why she was so glum about using her ability while we set up the cameras. It hurts to think back on how high my spirits were then. Yeah, come on, do it. I know it'll only hurt you, it won't hurt me. Being unable to forget a single thing must be far more taxing than I can imagine.
Now, for the real question, if you could recall all you see, honing your eye to perfection would allow you to record information in greater detail, no? Not only images, but movements, subtle minutiae, or residual thought like me would happen. But what would happen if you could perceive all the world has to show?
What would happen?
As you've already experienced, you would see the future. That is the real nature behind the foresight that Nauman has bestowed upon you.
By knowing everything, you can predict the future. I think I've heard something like this before. Isn't that called, Laplace's demon?
Well done. Yes, this is the same principle. Every outcome has a cause. Therefore, if you can grasp all the causes, you can derive all outcomes, paradoxical as it may sound.
So if I can pay close enough attention to everything that passes my field of vision...
Yes, it stands to follow that you will become able to envision the future. I surmised this as you and Mystic spoke. Discerning causality via sharpened vision is the crux of the denouement, as well as how you can perceive me. Essentially, you have been bestowed with all-seeing eyes, so to speak.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. My body shivers at her words, at how cool they are. Her explanation drives home how amazing this power really is. Okay, it wasn't that far off. However, it also raises a question. You kept telling me the principles behind the denouement didn't matter. Why suddenly explain it to me now? If she did make it sound like she actually didn't fucking know. Like, I don't give a crap about it, so I just don't know. But obviously she knows.
Yeah. I couldn't take it.
Huh? Holmes' cheeks flush, a tinge of embarrassment in her voice.
I didn't want you to think I was unreliable. From now on, trust me, not Mystic. After all, I'm Ideal Detective, rank number 2 in the Detective Alliance. There's nothing I don't know. Trust me. Fuck everybody else.
I must be dreaming. Well, I mean, I am dreaming. But it's all just a bit too convenient. Would the real Holmes actually speak this brashly? I'm taken aback by her out-of-the-blue response, unable to formulate a reply. My face feels hot, like burning lava. I must be as red or even worse than Holmes right now. Just thinking about it is so mortifying that my skin is about to erupt. We stare at each other in total silence, our faces glowing rosily. Okay, get it. Oh, Holmes, I have a question. I speak out, unable to handle any more of this. That's right. I still haven't confirmed whether she really is Psycho or not. Oh yeah, I wonder. If I don't ask now, I may have another chance. I don't want to lose contact without ever bringing it up. Yeah, what if she's just like, oh, no? Oh, that person? No, I'm someone else. Yeah, no, that girl probably is dead.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? This is a dream, so I trust my chances. Find my courage and voice my thoughts. Holmes, 10 years ago, were you really... That's rowdy.
Don't try and stop me, you slack-jawed palooka.
You couldn't tell by the dialogue.
Yeah, I should have known.
Yeah. Huh? Oops. It's morning. I leapt upright, awakened by a sudden angry voice. Apparently I fell asleep on the sofa. I must have passed out while conversing with Mystic, upon which he covered me with a blanket.
Oh, that's nice.
Sorry, Mystic. Yeah, Mystic's a good guy. It pains me the way I was nothing but a burden yesterday. I don't want people babysitting me. I need to shape up and be a real detective. Then there's that dream I just had. I didn't get to ask her after all. I thumped my chest lightly, determined to work up enough courage to ask next time. Enough about my denouement and visual feedback or whatever. I need to stop acting like such a coward and be brave when it matters most.
Like I said, ain't none to do but do it.
This is no time to be down on myself. Angry voices clamor in my periphery as I space out. Sounds like things are getting heated. I need to see what's going on fast. There you are, Incompetent. You gotta get over here, stat. Rowdy and Armor are going like totally buck wild. Okay, I'm right behind you. Downtown dashes to the entrance hall, pulling me along by the hand.
How many times do I gotta say it? We can take that black whatever it is, capiche?
Time is of the essence. Pray a thigh in us, and we shall sally forth. I tried.
Calm down, you two. Let's try to keep our heads on, shall we?
No, I like mine off.
Our whole crew could get wasted here, and you want me to stay calm?
Armor and Rowdy crowd around Workaholic in front of the door. Their menacing posture makes them look ready to pounce. What's all the commotion about? The words Rowdy blurted stick out to me in particular. What's all this about us getting wasted? We drinking out? Let's drink.
I'm down.
Yeah, come on. You know, I mean, Workaholic, he's gotta be a good drinker, you know? So Incompetent. Yeah.
Hey, perfect timing. Help me talk some sense into these eggheads, will ya?
Rowdy approaches me while holding one of the flower vases on display all over the manor.
You recognize his face, yeah? Notice anything fishy?
There's one in every room, right? It doesn't seem all that strange. What's up?
What's up? We're way beyond what's up, bub.
These vases, they housed a toxin most foul, one that turns into vapor at room temperature, pervading its environs. Huh? So you mean if we stayed here... Yep, every one of us nearly died. If I hadn't been investigating with my friend Sniffy Whiffy, we would have been in dire peril. You were the one who discovered it, Techie? Sniffy Whiffy happened to react to it this morning. My analysis confirms it's the same substance that was used to kill the staff at Snarks. So the culprit trapped us all in the manor? So they could off us with poisonous gas?
It's possible, though of course the culprit would need some way to survive it themselves.
But why go through all the trouble? They killed 22 people at the same time in the research facility. The culprit could just as easily do the same with us if they wanted to. It doesn't add up. Maybe they're just looking to make us panic rather than wipe us out. I was discussing our next move with Workaholic in the dining room, but then these two overheard us.
Keep your pants on. When I'm done, that big black doohicky's gonna be a bucket of scrap.
When you're done? Have you forgotten how it took all our efforts just to buy us some time? You're being way too reckless.
It'll be different this time. I've worked myself into shape the past 2 days, so I can wallop that thing. No way it'll get one over on me.
Yeah, 2 days of working out will definitely put you over the death robot.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I too stand at the ready. Techie hath mended mine armor to flawless impenetrability. That loathsome sable monstrosity shall taste the fury of my fists.
You two need to relax. I understand that you're unhappy with our lack of progress these past 2 days. But haste makes waste, as they say. It's more important to keep calm when your back's against the wall.
Workaholic's right. Holmes gave her life to protect us. Do you really want to put yourselves back in danger after that? Rowdy flinches, but her expression turns spirited once again as she sinks to her knees, touching her head to the floor.
Come on, trust us. I know I ain't much when it comes to head work, but these fists can help you here and now, promise.
We seek only to employ our martial might to the vantage of all. Armor follows Rowdy's lead, falling to his knees and bowing before beseeching us in a piteous tone. Lady Rowdy and I take pride in the strength of our arms, yet we're of no succor to Lady Ideal. We cannot remain idle whilst our allies could be slain. Rowdy, armor. I get where the two are coming from. Their areas of expertise don't contribute much to our search for the hidden passage. They were already frustrated, and now there's these poisoned phases that could have killed their fellow detectives. No wonder they're so wound up. I've been totally useless too, so I know how they feel. Seeing as I'm the only one in their shoes, it's up to me to dissuade them. Now, how can I talk them out of this?
Perhaps this would be a good time to use your denouement.
You want me to make a prediction right here? How would I even do that? I whisper out as Holmes appears beside me, even though she can read my mind, and I could have just thought these things. She then begins to explain, her face gentle and mild.
As I told you in your dream, the denouement can foresee future tragedies when provided with sufficient visual feedback. So as long as the requisite information is in your sight, you should be able to predict these tragedies consciously. It's obvious that Armor and Rowdy will die if they attempt to fight that black machine, no? So try finding out what their outcome will be.
You mean predict their deaths? I respond on instinct, taken aback by how blithely she made her grim suggestion. Obviously, I'm hesitant to foresee the demise of my friends.
You understand, don't you? Everyone can guess these two will die if they go on the offense. On the offense, the real issue is that they won't accept it. Even if you can see the future, it means nothing if you can't change it. Therein lies the hardest part. things continue as they are, they both will die. The only way to prevent this is by proving what terrible future lies in store for them.
I just gotta do it. Obviously, I would never want to picture my friends dying, but right now it's the only way to stop these two reckless detectives. The denouement grants me the power to see all. I focus my vision, scrutinizing the two people whose futures I need to glean. Sir Incompetent?
What's the big idea eyeing us like that?
Well, I'm trying to use a simulation technique Holmes taught me to see if you two can win this fight.
Swim Malaysian technique? What are you gonna paddle all the way down south?
No, stupid. Simulation. He's like imagining what will happen if you two dumbasses go fight. Am I right, Incompetent? Exactly, Downtown. I'm still getting used to the process, but I'm getting better at it. I saved Doleful in that trapped room yesterday, remember? That was thanks to one of my simulations. Oh my gosh, that was legit scary. If you hadn't jumped in, Doleful would have been a shish kebab.
You serious?
Rowdy reluctantly backs down after Downtown's anecdote. Thank goodness. I made that lie up on the fly, but thanks to her, it all worked out. I mean, it's not really a lie. Kind of true. Okay, I'm one step closer to stopping Rowdy and Armor from getting themselves killed. I refocus my vision on the two of them. It's like he sees the vision and they actually just defeat the thing, and he's like, oh, never mind, we're good. In order to see what happens in the future, I need to observe them intently, assuming the cause that will lead to the outcome. Can these two even battle that thing on equal ground? At first glance, they'd appear to be in perfect fighting shape, like they claimed. Things would surely go better than when we got ambushed the last time. Maybe they really can take that robot down.
Yeah, they should go try. Do
it. Just as I contemplate this, a switch flips inside my head with an audible click. Then the manner unfolds in my field of view. In a split second, my vision is soaked in blood. So much blood that we couldn't even bother animating it. Ugh. My head burns in pain to the point where I can no longer stand. I totter before involuntarily sinking to my knees. Then, the world reverts back to the entrance hall. Sir Incompetent, what ails you?
What gives? You end up stimulating something bad?
Yeah, I saw the worst possible outcome. Press my hand to my forehead, which feels as hot as a tea kettle, and stand up, ready to tell them the facts of the matter. Armor, Rowdy, you definitely shouldn't go out there. Simulation showed me that if you try now, you'll get overwhelmed in no time. What?
What the hell are you going on about?
Both of you listen to me. Rowdy grabs me, but I push her back and continue speaking. Even a rock slide couldn't damage that thing, remember? There's no way you'd be able to bring it down in hand-to-hand combat.
You think we don't know that? That's why Armor's gonna get my shield whilst I scope out its weak points.
My armor sustained nary a stretch when it was slashed in our previous bout. Longly shall I be able to stall out that monstrosity. Your body is still compensating for that spot where you got hit, though, isn't it? What? Armor recoils, completely caught off guard by my remark. Sorry for not noticing until now, but you're still hurting, aren't you, Armor? If you try to buy time, you'll end up taking a lot more hits than you did before. Do you really think you'll be fine after that? That is... Armor hangs his head in defeat. He knows exactly what will happen if he goes ahead with this plan. Besides, in my vision of the future, he was dead and drenched in blood, despite being covered up from head to toe.
Nah, Incompetent's got it all wrong, pal. You'll be fine no matter how many whacks you take, capiche?
You can still feel each impact through the armor. Even if the suit doesn't break, the person inside might not be so lucky. In the very beginning, you were fully prepared to walk out that door and die. Am I wrong, armor? After a long silence, Armor speaks up in a halting voice. "'Tis as you say. I intended to lay down my life so as to secure an opening."
Say it ain't so. I ain't never gonna let you do something like that.
Full well did I know you would object, hence why I resolved not to apprise you.
Don't go making plans to sacrifice yourself, you king-sized dingbat. Why I oughta?
I want to say that's posh?
What gives you the right to say any of that?
Oh, no, it was Gourmet, okay.
No.
I turned to see Gourmet, looking unusually upset. Downtown stands next to her, sticking her tongue out with a cheeky grin. She must have gone and called Gourmet over. The girl really is a clever one. Aren't you also trying to risk your life for a chance to fight Rowdy? You're in no position to criticize Armor.
No, I mean, see, it's like, the thing is, my gut told me I'd win, see?
But the more likely result is that you would die. We're not about to approve of a plan that puts our own people in danger. Someone's in trouble, you hate to see it.
Shut your trap. Always sticking your nose where it don't belong.
Way to jack my line. What, just because you don't contribute anything, you're gonna go all kamikaze on us? As if we'd like that. Downtown walks up to Rowdy and flicks her on the nose. Look, we're the Detective Alliance. That makes us a team. We gotta think up a way to get us all out of here, end of story. Oh, and I can't use my social deduction by myself. So if you think you're useless, that's like saying I am too. Don't do me dirty like that, biatch. And then there's you, Tin Can. I? You better tell us whenever you get hurt. Like, even a small injury can kill you if it's poisoned or gets infected. You feel me? Yes. Forgive me for causing you concern. Huh? You think I'm concerned? As if, Mr. Comic Relief character. I just don't want you, like, screwing us over when the chips are down. You want to protect us, huh? How you gonna do that if you can't protect yourself? Bottom line, you two quit being stupid and listen to the smart detectives. That's what useless extras like us do. Got it? Got it?
Yes.
Yes. Rowdy and Armor reply in unison, brought to shame by Downtown's tirade.
Downtown just might be the scariest of us all when she gets rubbed the wrong way.
Looks that way. Workaholic and I exchange sheepish grins. Getting back on track, that simulation was spectacular. Why didn't you tell us you had this special ability?
Yeah, funny story about that. Yes, it was extremely impressive.
Cause I don't have this ability?
Especially the way you spotted Armor's hidden injury. Quite the observation, that. Was the chief aware that you had such a keen eye?
Yeah, the chief has been cheating all these years, huh? Oh, it really wasn't a big deal. My reply comes out awkwardly, but I still break out into a grin despite myself. I've never been praised like this before. But what makes me even more happy is that this is the first time I willingly used my denouement. I think I've gotten the hang of activating it on command now. Like Holmes said in my dream, my vision is the key. I can see the future by focusing on the necessary info all around me. And I've noticed something else too. I need to change. I'll be in my room. The moment I say this, I begin walking toward my sleeping quarters. Pass through the hall, and as soon as I enter the door, thrust my face into a trash can. Just then... Okay. Contents of my stomach come spilling out. This is awful. My entire body is trembling. Just opening my eyes is enough to make me queasy. It's a disgusting feeling, like someone's grabbing my brain and swirling it around. What's happening to me?
I forgot to mention that denouement places an unusually heavy toll on your mind. Take care, as it'll leave you unable to stand for a time.
Now you tell me. I can't take the pain in my skull as I collapse straight into bed. My eyes snap open to the sound of knocking. Nearly groaning from the lingering pain in my head, I stand up and walk to the door. Upon opening the door, I see Armor standing before me. Sir Incompetent, are you well? Oh, yeah. Sorry to make you worry. I was up late talking to Mystic, so I'm still a bit sleepy. I'll be fine. What relief. My mind is put to ease. You saved me once again this morn. I must apologize. It seems I am but a burden to you. Armor bows his head. Even through his helmet, I can tell how sincerely sorry he feels. Though he often acts without thinking, it's always for the sake of others. I can't find it in myself to fault him for that. Don't worry. We all know you were only acting out of consideration for us. Would that I were so noble a man. Huh? Pay me no heed. 'Tis a personal matter. We dined in the living room while surveying the camera footage. The cameras? Did they capture something? Forsooth, I am ignorant of such electrical mechanisms. Prithee might you instruct me in their operation? Sure, I could bring you up to speed and still have time for breakfast, although it must be past noon by now. But is it okay if I take a shower on the second floor first? I feel kind of gross after sweating in my sleep. Content. In the meantime, I shall gather our repast from the dining hall and meet you in the living room. There yet remain several British sandwiches prepared by Mystic this forenoon. They shall serve as our midday meal. The same ones he made yesterday? They're so delicious, I'm looking forward to it. I step out with a change of clothes, leaving Armor at the entrance hall as I head to the second floor. I enter the shower still half asleep, but the warm water wakes me up. As I wash myself, the pain in my head dissipates in the heat. Since I reacted this strongly to using my denouement just once, I'm going to want to be extra careful about when and where I pull it out. I can't just go around predicting things left and right until I'm out of commission for half a day. I have to save it for when it's needed. Yeah. Whoa. Freshly changed, I exited the bathroom only to run face first into downtown. I must have startled her quite a bit. The way she jerks back away from me, it makes me feel a little bad, actually. Downtown? Sorry about that. Nah, that was on me. I was totally spacing out there. You were passed out on camera forever, so I got kind of worried. But hey, super stoked to see you're all good. Thanks. I'm heading to the living room to eat with Armor. Did you want to join, maybe? That's cool of you to ask it all, but I'll swing by a little later. Huh? You have something else going on? Gidget, do you not know where that door behind you goes? Huh? After a moment, I realize this room doesn't have just a shower, but a toilet too. So if I'm in her way, that means... Oh. Sorry. I'll be on my way. Dipstick. I bow an apology over and over before leaving downtown to presumably take care of business. Now that I think about it, there's really only one reason I'd bump into her here. She was right to call me a dipstick. I decide to apologize again once downtown joins us in the living room. Armor? I chanced upon Armor at the entrance hall. I thought he was bringing her lunch to the living room. Did something happen? You didn't have to wait for me, you know. I said I'd meet you in the living room. You're incompetent. Something grave has transpired. Grave? What happened? Come with me to the dining room. Soothly is the most heinous occurrence in the history of the Detective Alliance. I was thinking like, oh, they're setting up for either we're gonna see a dead body or there's gonna be something else that's completely not as serious to make us think we're gonna see a dead body. And well,
yeah, well,
you know, we got it could be both. This looks like it could be a dead body.
Yeah.
What the? Yeah, we have been cruelly bereaved of our British sandwiches. That's not all that's gone, though. The fridge has been completely ransacked, leaving all the food in total disarray. At first glance, it seems like nothing edible is left. The culprit only just now decided to starve us? Trying to unravel their thought process here has me baffled. Whatever shall we do, Sir Incompetent? I knew not if I should sound the owl room... Okay. Should sound the owl room, so I chose instead to await your arrival. Mine specifically? My voice jumps against my wishes. I rank far lower than Armor and have no experience as a detective. Plus, zero confidence as a leader. I'm glad you trust me, but I don't know the first thing about giving directions. Was it not your piercing insight that stayed my hand this morning? I haven't a doubt that you, Sir Incompetent, will lead us with zeal. Armor gives me a pleading look. There's no way I can say no to that. Oh, what do I do?
It's a detective's duty to live up to the trust of others, Watto.
Holmes materializes next to Armor, looking very much like she's enjoying herself. She may be right, but I can't know what I don't know. What answer could I give to reassure him?
It's okay to be unsure. If you have no idea, then be honest and say so. It just shows you're a fucking idiot. Fortunately, there are many detectives aside from the two of you. Be yourself. Start with what you can do right now.
I'm also here to literally walk you through everything if I need to be, right? Right? Right. I may not be deserving of this trust, but there are plenty of others who are. Holmes' gentle voice soothes my flustered mind. After I give it some thought, there's really no question about what to check first. Let's start with the camera footage, Armor. The culprits might have been caught on film. I see. Such a common astute assessment. You never disappoint, Sir Incompetent. Cheerily now, let us hasten to the living room and course over that footage. Wait a sec. Armor takes me by the hand, dragging me from the dining room to the living room. However, despite what I just said, I'm fairly certain that the culprit hasn't been caught on film. My reasoning is simple. There is no camera in the dining room. The dining room is so spacious and conspicuous, we assumed no one would try anything there. We should have known they would target the fridge. We didn't have enough cameras to go around, so we had prioritized our private rooms and other locations where a murder was likely to occur. We also made a mistake in considering that the culprit might go after the fridge. But why now of all times? I still can't figure it out. What are they trying to achieve? What now, Sir Incompetent? Shall we look for evidence in the ransacked refrigerator? That's a good idea, but why don't we share this with everyone else first? We need to warn everyone about what the culprit's doing, not to mention they might notice something we glossed over. As I make my response, I recall what Holmes told me. We don't need to rush and go it alone. We should remain calm and start with what we can do. I'll check the rest of the manor on the security cameras. Can you let the others know what happened? Yes, forthwith. Armor follows my directions, taking out his D-pad.
Good, that's the ticket.
Holmes smiles next to me. She's clearly having a good time. I'd like nothing more than to snap back at her, but I can't as long as Armor is there. Instead, I let out a heavy sigh, then touch the tablet to check the camera footage. First, let's see what's going on right now inside the manor. Maybe we'll notice something suspicious. I use the tablet to check each camera. Yesterday, we worked in 2 groups. Today, however, the detectives are all scattered among various rooms. Each seems to be conducting an investigation using their own preferred method. Everyone's on their own today, huh? Yes. After this morning's clash, we all went our separate ways. That sounds about right. It'd be awkward to work together after how intense things got. Armor and Downtown are usually the ones to rally the group. They were right in the thick of the fight. It's no wonder everyone split up. Would seem I've been naught but a vexation today. Pray forgive my shameful ways. Don't worry about it too much. Look, Mystic and Posh are working together. Mystic is touching the floor in contemplation. Meanwhile, Posh sticks some sort of measuring instrument into a flower vase. What of the other detectives? How fareth they? Workaholic and Bookworm are pouring through every book in the study, while Gourmet and Rowdy are in the rec room by the second-floor living room. Rec room has darts, billiards, all sorts of things to relax with. They're checking to see if any are rigged with traps or devices. Doleful is searching the second-floor guest rooms alone. I don't spot Renegade or Techie. They must be in the hallway. Sup, Incompetent, sir dumbass? What's new? You look kind of bummed. Downtown. Just when I realized Downtown is walking over, she wraps her arm around me in a hug and pinches my cheek. I totally forgot to tell you this a while ago, but you were like straight fire this morning. I didn't think you had it in you. Downtown, could you give me a little space? My arm thumps at how close her face is to mine. A whiff of soap tickles my nose, causing me to blush. She really is such a touchy-feely person. Take it easy, man. This is a reward for stopping this steel-plated knucklehead. You always keep things real. Yes, Lady Downtown speaketh true. If anything, Sir Incompetent, you contribute far more than you ought to. Look, even the troublemaker in chief here knows what's up. If you say so, I'm glad to hear it. These are the first 2 people I met on Morgue, so it really does make me happy to have them say this. Our initial encounter, the way they suspected me, it all feels so long ago at this point. You know, I feel like we've been gelling ever since we first got on this island. Indeed, 'twas by peculiar tides that we were brought together, but then fate itself can be rather peculiar. It is a little strange, isn't it? The way we've managed to bond despite these dire circumstances. So much happened since I arrived here. I just hope we've seen the last of it. The only thing I wish is for all 12 of us to get off this island safely. Well, that ain't gonna happen. As if answering my wish, my D-pad chirps. A body has been discovered. Mystic's contacting us. He says he's got something to tell us, or whatever, so we should wait in the living room for him. That reminds me, when we were in the trap room before, he was totally all, I do believe I found the hidden passage. Maybe that's the big reveal. Joyous tidings indeed. Let us await Sir Mystic's arrival. We stop shuffling about and check the cameras while waiting for Mystic. Suddenly, the feed in the trap room flashes. Wash rushes out the door. Maybe Mystic told her directly to join the rest of us in the living room. But Mystic himself, the person of interest here, doesn't leave. Did something happen? Is something not odd about Sir Mystic? Yeah, he hasn't moved for a while now. Like, what's the deal with that? I'm heading up. Something must have happened. Hold up. He told us to sit tight in the living room, so let's just chill here. We'll watch the cams and go help if something sketchy happens. Yeah, okay. Downtown's right. Plus, I have my denouement ability, so we don't really need to rush here. I hear the door open and turn around. Renegade Detective enters, pushing Techie's wheelchair in front of him. Literally every character I've voiced is in this room right now.
Oh my.
I was like, I'm gonna take a sip of water. I was like, when am I gonna get a break?
Never.
Oh, that's not true. There's one character I voice that's not in this room, but every character in this room is someone I voice. Are we all gathered for Mystic's message? Actually, we were already checking the camera footage. We were trying to find out who ransacked the fridge. So the culprit makes their move at last. Wish they would have just stayed put until we escaped the manor. Well, I'm excited for what Mystic has to share. He was investigating the trap room for a while. Could be that he's found the hidden passage. Yeah, hopefully so. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna put this out there, because someone's gonna die at some point in the chapter. And if I had to take a guess, I think it's actually gonna be Mystic.
I could see that.
Yeah, just because we had that whole heart to heart with him, he knows about our ability and how we can see ideal and all that stuff. Like, yeah, that feels like something that would happen right before someone dies.
Yeah.
Ugh. Incompetent, look at the security cam. I followed Downtown's lead and hurried to study the camera feed. Also, him being all sketchy here doesn't help that. Mystic Detective sinks to his knees before sliding out of view. It almost looks like he lost consciousness after being attacked. What? Did someone hurt Mystic? Don't ask me. We were watching the stream the whole time, but nothing weird happened. Tis as Lady Downtown says, Sir Mystic hath been suddenly struck by agonies unknown. What? But that's impossible. There's then something even more difficult to believe occurs on screen. The door on the western side shuts all on its own. But we blocked that door. It couldn't have closed. Not unless the doorstop was removed. Camera feed, however, tells us nothing. My head starts to spin. I don't understand what's going on. Just what are we being made to watch? Even without the powers of denouement, I can tell what's going to happen next. Oh no, the trap is going to be triggered. We need to save Mystic. No sooner do the words leave my mouth than everyone else leaps into action. I'd only slow you down, so I'll hang back and watch the cameras. If something comes up, I'll notify you via D-pad. Got it. Be careful, Techie. As I had to exit the room, I run into Workaholic and Bookworm.
What's going on? Not another fight, I hope.
Now every character I voice is in this room. Mystic's in danger. We're on our way to save him. Father. Bookworm goes pale. Crap, I shouldn't have said that in front of her. But we have to get to the trap room before it's too late.
Fill us in later. I'll stay with Bookworm while you go and handle things.
Okay. You leave Workaholic and the others behind. Spring across the living room toward the trap room on the second floor. Ah, great, it doesn't open from the outside either. We're at the door to the trap room, but it refuses to budge. The doorknob turns uselessly in my hand. Just bust it down then. This is no time to like dawdle or whatever.
Now this we've got.
Our moment has arrived. Rowdy sprints up and lands a kick with all her strength as armor tackles the door. The door doesn't yield at first, but the two repeat their assault again and again.
How do you like that?
Sir Mystic, we have come to your aid. Way to go, now we can save Mystic. It's definitely too late. Yantan lets out a small yelp as she barrels into the trap room. It can't be. I get a bad feeling as I peer inside. There's no way Mystic is dead. His calm, accurate judgment saved us all yesterday in this very same room. Even if someone got the jump on him, I don't believe he could die so easily. I'm sure he'll greet us with his usual cool, collected smile. The stench of blood washes away the last faint traces of hope. The spikes thrusting out through the floor have turned the room into a labyrinth. Gradually, they retract down like an ebbing tide. As the screech of metal retracting into the floor subsides, something heavy falls upon the ground. I look toward the sound and go silent.